Hey everybody, Joe Moran with the Diamond Allegiance here. Going to take you through a little app demo on your mobile device if you are a coach and needing to sign in and explore the functionalities within the coach perspective. So here we go. If I'm going to log in as a coach, I want to click the coach icon here. And I'm going to log into a coach account that I created to kind of show you guys the different functionalities. Click login, and you'll be transported immediately to a page like this. And here we see every player that is assigned and part of our team. So these are the players right here in this list that have been assigned to the team, got onto the Curve app, created their account, and joined the team. If you're a coach of more than one team, you'll be able to filter up here at the top. Our team name in our little test environment is the Diamond Allegiance Dirtbags, which you can see there in parentheses next to it, 19. That's the number of players that you currently have in your team. You can search players with the search by player name function right here. So if I type in Joe in search, there's going to pull up 3 Joe accounts because those are accounts that I've created. We can filter by position. We can filter by graduation year, by GPA, whether or not they're active, and when they created those accounts. So next, I'm going to go back to all, and I'll click on one of these accounts. And if you want to, at some point, or need to, deactivate a player or change the player name or request any information to be edited, etc., you'd click on the player name like I just did. It'll take you to that player profile where you can view the player card, and it'll show performance metrics and things that they have entered in, academic details, personal details. It'll show you as their coach here, Pete Rose, that's the coach. Achievements if they have any, highlights, and then the more about section. If you want to share this player's profile, there's 3 easy ways to do it. You click the arrow there, you can download the PDF version of the profile, you can get a shareable link, or if you click email, you'll be prompted to mail it out of your inbox. If you click the little player and pencil icon, you can edit and update a player's profile. If they need to change their team, you can do that there. If you want to put their jersey number in, let's say he's 27, or any of these details, you would come to this, click Update Profile, and boom, it is successfully updated. Give it a second, and it'll bring you back to the player card. So if you need to edit any player details at all, this is the section and the place to be for it. So one last thing to show you guys is the ability to add achievements here. If you click on achievements and then click add achievement, you have the ability to add whatever achievement you like, add a comment, cool swing, I don't know, add achievement. That'll be uploaded, and that'll show up in their profile. The same thing works with highlights, and in order to show you that effectively, I will transition over here to the videos tab up along the top. You have the ability as a coach to submit videos for review from the player. So if you click on the player and you go to the video section and you want to add a video for the player, you click that button in the bottom right. You have the ability to tag it as a hitting, pitching, or fielding video, and whether it's a practice video from game, from drill work, or if you're putting together a highlight video, if it's highlights. You would select a tag for it. Then you would select the video from your photo gallery, and you'd click Submit Video, and at that point, it would pop up in this video section and it would be seen as submitted to coach. Transitioning to now the performance tab. If we go here to the performance tab, this is going to show you all of the metrics that they have entered into their profile. And if you want to, as a coach, you have the ability to go in and edit those from this screen as well. So let's say Joe started throwing a two-seam fastball and he doesn't have it in here, and you want to put in he's throwing a two-seam fastball at 92. You go in there, you put that metric in, click update metric, and give it a second to save, and then that player's profile will be saved with that information in it. The next tab is arguably one of the more important tabs, and that is the development plan. It's arguably the most important tab because this is where players will spend most of their time. And this is probably where you will spend most of your time too, as a coach. So when you're still in the player profile and you go over here and you click on the dev plan, this is going to show you, one, whether or not the player has tested. If the player still needs to test, you will see right there where it says Joe Test. That's my name. It'll say dash, and if they haven't tested, it'll tell you need to start test or start tests. And that way you know if they've done the assessments or not. You can encourage them to start the assessments if they haven't. And once they have done the assessments, it'll show up as a daily training plan. And if we click on that, you'll be able to see their curve body score. If you click view full details up there, you can see the results of how they got their score and the different assessments that they failed and the different assessments that they passed, how they got their points, etc. So if I click on seated thoracic twist, just to give you an understanding of how this works, our system for grading these tests is a pass-fail, and they're looking for a certain threshold. So, for example, with seated thoracic twist, it's looking if the person, when they twisted to the left side, was able to reach equal to or greater than 45 degrees of separation from shoulders to hips. If they didn't, then they fail. They don't get any points. If they did, they would pass and they would get points for this section. But it's kind of nice that you can get in here and see that, for example, this player had 32 degrees of mobility on the right side turning to his right and only 19 turning to his left. So it might be a good idea for you to work on that with the player, maybe putting some mobility exercises in to specifically target the left side and increasing their thoracic mobility. The same applies for power. You click on the power section, and you can see the points that they scored in each of these power exercises. So if we go back to the current day plan, and we look at the screen here, we just went through the body score. Now the rest of the page is kind of the most important stuff, and this is your daily plan as a player. These are the correctives that we're spitting out at you based upon how you did in your assessments. So getting on here every single day, checking the mobility work that you have, checking the power work that you have, and then checking the drill-specific stuff you have is going to be important. And this is where you go to kind of not only hold the players accountable, but to be able to see what they're doing and what exercises and stuff we are giving them. So it's super simple, super easy. If you don't know the exercise or what it looks like, if you click the down arrow, it'll load a video here, and you'll be able to watch the video, and it'll explain how to do that. As a coach, you do have a special ability to go in here, and if you want to, you can add your own drills and exercises for the athlete to do. To do that, you would click this button in the bottom right-hand corner. You would search the drill if you have it uploaded into the system. Let's say it's a pitching drill. You'd search the drill up. You'd select the video, and then you'd press add drill, and it would be added to that player's daily plan. Next, I will briefly show you the strength and conditioning program. If you click on strength and conditioning, this is the page that it'll bring you to, and this will show you just a quick overview of what the player has done so far this week. So day 1, if you want to click on that, this is an overview of what they've done and what they did do. You can check the weight that they entered and see whether or not they started and completed the exercises they were supposed to be doing. As the coach, you also have the ability to go in here and enter data for players. If they need the data entered in for them, you can go in here and do that. You'd put the weight in, you'd click the check, mark it as done, so on and so forth for the rest of the exercises. So now if we transition back to kind of the home page that you're brought to initially when you sign in, I want to show you the way that you would add a player. If you want to add a new player to your team, you click that red button. And you simply fill out this information here, put in their email, name, email, phone number, whether or not they're a pitcher, a position player, a two-way player. You'd mark their position, the team that they would be assigned to, their graduation year, and whether or not the player is active or not. And then you would click Add Player. And they would be notified that they'd been added to that team. If you want to message your team, you would click I don't know if you saw me do that, you would click the up in the upper right-hand corner where it's the little box with the 2 dots. You click on that, and then you would click the red button down there. And let's say you want to message the entire team. If you scroll down to the bottom where it says Diamond Allegiance Dirtbags, that'll say where your team name will be there. You check that, you click next, you write a message. Hi team. This is just to show you kind of how it works. You can attach files, locations, documents, photos. You click send. It'll send a message to everybody on your team, as you can see here. So that's a good way to obviously communicate and keep everybody kind of in the loop. So if you go to your profile and you have questions or you need help, you go over here to the profile and you click the support button. It'll directly link you to this support email that we have in place with our tech team. So you can see up there the DA_support@heptagon.in. You can type up your email and you can send any sort of issues that you might be having with the app, or if you're having technical difficulties and you need to get in touch with someone in the tech team, go to that support icon, hit it, write up your email, send it to them, and then they will be able to get back to you as quickly as possible. Okay, so really quickly, we'll transition over here and I'll show you what the approval section is. When a player submits performance metrics, it'll come up in this approval section. And same with videos, transcripts. As you can see down here, someone has submitted an update in their performance metrics. So you'd be able to look at the metrics, and if they are correct, you click approve. And then at that point, this player's profile, once you approve all of their metrics, has been verified and approved by you. And at that point, you know that you're ready to share your profile as a player. The same thing works with transcripts. If a player submits transcripts, it'll show up here in this section. And if they have videos that are submitted, you'll be able to see all the videos that are pending approval in the same section here. So if we go to performance, this section will show you all of the performance metrics, and you can break it down for all of the players in your organization. So all of the players in your team, all of the players in your team will be listed here, and you'll be able to see their metrics and approve metrics if you need to on this page. If you click the strength and conditioning button, it'll show you players that have their strength and conditioning program set up. And you'll be able to access that from this page as well. With Kinetic Pro, you'll be able to see what players have registered with Kinetic Pro and which players are currently logging their throws. And this is a good way for, as you as a coach, to know how much they're throwing throughout the week when you're not being hands-on with them with practices or games, etc. Lastly, if you go over here to the profile button, you click on that. This is your profile. You can edit it as you like. There's not a whole lot of information here, so it's pretty simple. If you run into any issues with the tech or you're having problems with the app and you need help, if you click this support button, it'll take you to your email and automatically import the email address that you need to email with any inquiries that you might have, which is that email up there, da_support@heptagon.in. That's a direct line to our tech team, and they'll be able to help you as quickly as possible. So if you're having issues, reach out to them, say something to them, and then they will get back with you. So that completes our demo of the coach profile, the coach page, and the functionalities within the app for a coach. So I'm excited for you guys, for all you coaches to use this, and I hope you enjoy.